Alexander. Because white people will use you and they don't realize that yet.
Yeah.
And we can see it at the polls.
Yeah.
So when we say X amount of, if we say 60% of Hispanic men voted for Trump and 50% of Hispanic women voted for Trump, when you go on your racist tirade, that's like, okay, ball game. Like, I already knew this.
Yeah.
I go look at the numbers.
Yeah.
But, and even to your point, we this is American, yes, but this is a global issue too.
Oh, for sure.
In Hispanic cultures, this is anti-blackness run rampant. In Asian cultures, yes. Like, you know, there's a thing of, you know, that's a thing in Asia.
Yeah.
That's a caste system in Asia.
Yeah.
It's how dark you are. It's like you automatically.
It goes back to something with like the farm, like if you worked in the farms, then you get tan.
Oh yeah.
And that showed that you worked outside with your hands, which was obviously less valued than you being indoors, and you get really pale, which meant wealth.
Yeah.
You know?
And in Japan, there's places in Japan, and if I'm not mistaken, Korea, I don't know the nose, but I know that like there'll be times they go out in the sun in the hotter seasons covered up.
Yeah.
So they don't get a tan.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow. I remember being a kid, like being in the sun, you know, and all the other kids in the neighborhood, like, oh, you about to get Akon black. Like, we did it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never hid from the sun, but I remember other people being like, you try to be out in the sun? You try to get darker? Like, and obviously, you know, it was funny back then. And then you get older, you're like, there was anti-blackness at 7, 8, 9 years old.
Yeah. Because white people will use you and they don't realize that yet.
Yeah.
I will say this, that the college educated are the problem as well.
So let me get straight. The problem with democracy is too much thinking. So let's apply some basic logic to this. So y'all point out that educated voters lean left and scream, see indoctrination, right? But in that same logic, tall people are better at basketball because basketball indoctrination, not because they practice. Highly educated people have spent years parsing through complex systems. They emerge favoring social safety nets, maybe, just maybe, it's because studying history and economics and policy reveals that unregulated capitalism has body counts, not because some professor whispered Marx in their ear. In this, calling someone overeducated is the intellectual equivalent of calling a mechanic overtrained because he fixed your engine too well. It's an admission that you can't beat the argument on its own merits, so you attack the diploma. If expertise is now a liability, then they should kindly return every stimulus check, every vaccine, and every GPS direction they ever used, because those came from over-credentialed nerds. And then there's this anti-elitism. These same individuals rail against academic elites while cozying up to billionaire media moguls in corporate lobbies. So let's be honest, it's not elites that they hate, it's elites who don't agree with them. When the Ivy League grad is a hedge fund manager giving them campaign donations, he's a job creator. When the same Ivy League grad wants universal health care, he's a brainwashed socialist. Consistency just
well.
I'll back you up on that, because if you look at Piker, he's got a lot of degrees.
Of course.
He spent his whole life in academia, as does Mondami.
Right.
These are highly educated people who come out with an agenda, and they're trying to make a difference in their 30s.
They accuse the educated of having an agenda in their 30s. But who does the agenda serve? The educated want to solve climate change and gun violence and inequality problems that require thought. The anti-education crowd wants you to trust your gut. But guess what? Your gut doesn't understand compound interest or viral load or geopolitical nuance. Your gut got you Trump tax cuts and a $30 trillion debt. How's that gut feeling working out?
Who's voting for these socialists? highly educated. Brian likes to say overeducated. We had a nice gentleman in the audience who said he blames the colleges. They're learning a lot of this in college.
Getting a majority of their votes right now from the most educated folks. Some would say maybe over-credentialed educated folks.
If college makes you a socialist, why do most MBA and engineering grads vote conservative? Oh, right. Because education doesn't manufacture beliefs. It refines them based on evidence. The fact that Fox frames this as a bug rather than a feature tells you everything. They aren't afraid of socialism. They're afraid of a citizenry that's going to fact check their chyrons in real time. So they call the educated a threat to democracy. I only firewall against a democracy that mistakes confidence for competence. If being well-read is a disqualification for voting, then count me out. But don't count on me to keep quiet.
They hate seeing themselves in their true form, so much so that they reported and had removed my Facebook post. Gee willikers, I guess I better not post it again.
Bro, what the fuck? Bro, that's hella Gatorade.
400 plus arrests were made over July 4th weekend at Newport Beach, predominantly European American. And yet somehow it's not all over the news. How kind of her to blur their faces out. That was a pack of young men. And I'm not going to refer to them as boys because they don't refer to our kids as boys. That was a pack of young men who were riding their AT vehicles around people, disturbing them and lighting off fireworks near them. A caretaker asked them to stop. Their response, they jumped and violently beat him. Where were their parents, you ask? Sitting right there watching. And yet somehow this was not all over the news. Double standards. Anyone?
Sorry it took us a while to get you, but go ahead. I know you'll be brief.
I'm a white American born into poverty, and I overcame it. You know, the opportunities are here in America, and why can't we just start now? We hear all this violence. Why can't we just talk in a positive way and go forward instead of remembering all these things that are in the past that are negative? They were not good for black, not good for white.
Yes, Mr. Farrakhan commenting.
According to the State of Black America by the Urban League, if we started right now, they said, we could never close the gap to black poverty and white poverty. She said, let us start right now. Let's forget the past. Notice this. When Jewish people remember the Holocaust and want the world to remember the Holocaust. Wait. Why do you want the world to remember? Because if the world does not remember, it is likely to repeat itself. And Jewish persons who suffered from the Holocaust want the world to remember this because the world turned its back while Jews were put in ovens. I, as a black person, want my people to remember what we have suffered and what we continue to suffer so that we will say like the Jews, never again. Never again.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, welcome to the show. You know why we're here. You know my name. you know our name. You know the name of the show. It's on the screen. Man, oh man, oh man, do we have a lot of space to cover tonight? I want to say what's up to everybody that's already settled in. Miss Battles, Miss Jackson. They go Miss Bell. Hey, Miss Bell. Got Mr. Tasha in already. Listen. Go ahead and sit back. We got Brother Gregory Scott coming in a little bit later, in a few minutes. He's gonna talk a little bit about his campaign. We're gonna do a little bit of. Y'all want to be messy? I want to be messy, and not in a bad way, but in a way of awareness, right? A birdie told me. What a birdie? Tweet. Birdie tells me that I was supposed to be reading these screenshots. And they were like, you're not going to believe this. So I look forward to reading those screenshots with y'all tonight. We're going to do a little Carmelo. We're going to do a little update on Nolan. Rest in peace. Yeah, I kind of want to start working different aspects of the show because this show does work, right? It does work. We get the guests, we have the content, we got the information, we got the history, right? We're humble, right? We don't have sponsors, right? And we're loyal to the people that are loyal to us. We're loyalists. All right. Some people say we're extremists, whatever. I think poverty and pushing poverty is extreme. Oh, I know what I got. Watch this. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. So if y'all will follow me over here, we'll ride on over to the City of Alexandria's website. And we're going to scroll down.
In Alexandria, strong neighborhoods.
Let me show y'all what we're looking at. First of all. Right. So we've got us another host mayoral candidate announcement video where we know Brother Malcolm has spoken several times at council meetings about affordable housing, right? About what we're doing with the CDBG funds, about basically how we're using the money to address the communities. So your boy Jock was like, God damn it, it's campaign season and they're coming out swinging. I'm coming out swinging. So Jock came out swinging. But I'll just let y'all watch it for yourself.
In Alexandria, strong neighborhoods begin with safe homes, stable blocks, and renewed opportunity. Through HUD-funded programs, the City of Alexandria Department of Community Development helps improve the quality of life for residents by investing directly in our neighborhoods. Housing rehabilitation projects help eligible homeowners make critical repairs, addressing safety concerns, preserving affordable housing, and allowing residents to remain in the homes and communities they know. The city also uses HUD funds to address blighted and unsafe structures, removing hazards, improving neighborhood appearance, and creating space for future reinvestment. Together, these efforts support safer blocks, stronger property values, and a renewed sense of pride for residents across Alexandria. With support from HUD, Alexandria is turning investment into impact, one home, one block, and one neighborhood at a time.
Obviously, one house at a time. You feel me? They gotta cut the shit. You gotta cut the shit. That's right, Miss Jeannie Moran. I saw that crap. Lies. Listen, cut shit. You know what's even more? You know, listen. You know what's even more upsetting? Is when you go to hit the comment button, it clearly says right here, hold on, let me take this down. What does it say? You're not allowed to comment at all. Period. I wonder why they don't want the public input on some of their propaganda shit.
You know what's so amazing is the ideal that they're playing in our faces. Like literally, we already know you have not been a big fan of building houses, especially affordable housing, because you made that comment when you and Mr. Malcolm was talking. At first, you were not on board with that. You know that is a big thing for Malcolm. So you call yourself throwing together something, okay, to say that you're about housing. And you noticed how anytime grant money comes in, that's when affordable housing is equal to grant money, okay? Other than that, they wouldn't be building it off the money that you guys pay in taxes. He's not building them off of that. He's waiting for a grant because that's how they see you guys. They see you as grant recipients, not as citizens when it comes to affordable housing. I'm not saying HUD shouldn't do what they do. I'm saying the city of Alexandria shouldn't depend on grants to build houses for its own citizens, okay? That's the only time we become relevant, is when they want to do something with grant money, not something
Listen. You're being a little bit too, come on, man, ease up. It's not like we have taxpayers' dollars to invest into these communities. We have to wait on the CBDG fund.
But the problem is, there's taxpayers. You said taxpayers. So these people who need these homes are not taxpayers?
Listen, they're ratepayers. There's a difference.
Okay. All right. It just amazes me. And this has been, and if you guys have paid attention, this has always been the way he does things. Now, all of a sudden, he's visualizing it. He's putting it on video. It never was before. I don't remember. Let me say this. Let me say this. I don't remember them doing videos about buying homes and building homes for areas. Okay, I don't remember that. Like I said before, they won't do it on their own as a city. They always wait for grant money to come in.
I feel like AI had a lot to do with this too.
Especially when it comes to us.
That's not even the same bathroom. And if the house burned down, it's supposed to be torn down. What are we doing?
That's right. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to tear down the house.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Just like with the parks, right? You can't put the parks as a part of Reignite because the parks are supposed to be fixed anyway, right?
Yeah. That's right. And that's why I want you guys to understand. It's not about y'all. He is campaigning on the highest level he can. It's never money that they have. It's always grant money. It's always grant money. Because like I said before, that's what y'all work for them, grant money. But I guaranteed you anything that needs to be done to Johnny Downs or anything going out 28 West, I guaranteed you your money is spent on it. They don't use grants to build houses out that way, for sure. or anything else they need out there. She said he's out of there. I'm just saying.
They got these like I just feel like they playing in our faces.
No, they ain't.
It's like a motivated. I gotta play in y'all face.
Yeah, but
like, where's all this footage coming from? What made you start? Where did all this footage come from?
I know that's what's so amazing that they never done this before. They never done this before because you know why? He has to appeal to the black people. That's why he has to make sure. Do Alexandria have any money?
Hold on, let me back up. Oh, there you go.
Alexandria has a lot of money that y'all don't get. Yeah, they do.
What up, brother Greg?
What's up?
How you doing tonight?
How are you?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right. StreamYard janky. So we learned from the last interview, if there's ever a point where you can't hear us, just drop back out and come back in. It's the same link. Hold on. So I want to welcome Mr. Gregory Scott to the show, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Gregory Scott, for coming, taking time to talk to us. I know you always here anyway, but I just want to thank you for taking time to talk to us. Now, we're usually in the comment section, but tonight we had to pull you up because I said we got to bring Brother Greg up so he could join the conversation about first year campaign, right? But I know that you've been very well versed on the information that when you get up there, you speak to the city council, you're versed on that information. And I want some of your input on today's drop. But go ahead and tell us, let me take this off. Let me give you the center screen. Please, by all means, sir, take some time and introduce yourself to, oh man, I done messed around. Hold on. It's this one. There we go. Swap out. There it goes. Yeah. Tell us about your campaign and what your plans are so far.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Gregory Scott, a lifelong citizen of Alexandria. I attended Peabody American High School. After that, I attended Grambling State University. And I basically lived in every district all around the city of Alexandria. And the reason I decided to run for councilman at large is because, just like everyone else, I got tired of the same excuses as to why our city can't grow as a whole. And anyone who knows me knows that I've always used the quote, leadership is easy when the issues don't affect you. And the reason I use that is because I feel that if you don't have a pothole on your street, then that probably doesn't matter to you. If you don't have, some people have high utility bills, but maybe you are okay with paying that. Maybe that's not that much for you. And also this campaign is more so about the people, being a voice for the people. And the reason I use a fresh voice is because FRESH is simply an acronym which stands for basically taking the necessary resources and making sure that we all get an equal opportunity to them. We need to better our utility system, need to find attainable solutions to crime, need to find more solutions to deal with our homeless, our elderly, and there's so many issues that can be dealt with. But it seems as if when it comes to districts 1, 2, and 3, that there's always excuses as to why these issues can't be dealt with. Money is tight, or we're just getting all kind of broken promises as to why these issues can be dealt with. So I'm running to be a voice to try to change that, to try to come up with new ideas and solutions to deal with these issues.
Yeah. Because they do that. It's needed, bro. I'm not going to lie. It's needed. It's so necessary. And, you know, I want you to stick around because we're going to be reviewing some Alexandria stuff. And then you can weigh in on some of it. You ain't got to weigh in on all of it because I know, I understand, I get it. But this right here, I know you got up there and you spoke about some of the CDBG stuff. And this is what they're saying, how it's being used. And like, I don't feel like it's fair, right? Because that's a house that's supposed to been demolished, right? So why are we using block grant funds to demolish stuff that's supposed to be demolished anyway? We already have money set aside for that, right?
All right.
But yeah, let me stop on this part because I get what they're doing, right? But I just want a little bit of your take on it.
Yeah, I agree. We should. Why are we using funds to demolish that? And also, like when it comes to these adjudicated properties, like it's crazy that you only see them wanting to demolish houses in majority Black districts. I mean, I've seen houses in districts 4 or 5 that look way worse, but yet you don't see any of those houses on the agenda to be demolished, or they don't have to deal with the same issues.
Right. And for the most part, right, what we're looking at, let me go look at something else real quick.
Oh, Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Scott, you know, I'm talking from the standpoint, you got to get some enthusiasm about you. You're too serious. You got to let it go. You got to release it. Shake it off a little bit. Shake it off. Shake it off. You can't see me doing it, but shake it off. Get some. I'm ready to do this. I'm gonna do it.
Listen, everybody's not. You know, some of us are more reserved.
I'm ready to tame the lion. Shoo. That's what you got to be like. Because you about to fight, man. You about to get into that fight. You got to have, you can't sound tired. You got to be ready to say, okay, I'm ready. Who want to come next? Who got it? Come on. That's how you got to be. All right. Okay,
some of those solutions, like when we spoke to Brother Malcolm, we were talking about bettering the utility system. What's some of the ideas that we could do that you have, or what are some of the ideas that you have that you kind of want to meet out with the people?
Well, one idea that I do agree with Mr. Lawredan is maybe getting more than one utility provider for the city. And also we need an audit of our utility system to make sure that things are accurate, and like, because there's no way that districts 1, 2, and 3 should be basically covering the costs for the whole city when it comes to utilities. And no one should have to choose between paying a utility bill or paying their light bill or paying for food. So we need to see what's going on with our spending when it comes to the utilities, make sure everything is accurate.
Yeah, they did have a meter reader problem for a while. And I'm not understanding how do you get a utility bill wrong? And I still haven't wrapped my head around that. How are they getting the utility bills wrong? And I know the system isn't perfect, but it's exact, if anything.
Yeah, like I know there's been a lot of rumors of them guesstimating bills sometimes.
Guesstimating them?
Yeah, guesstimating bills, like they'll take whatever you paid, like the last few bills, they'll kind of average it out for the next bill, which I don't understand.
They actually, it's part of the charter that they are allowed to guesstimate. It's in the charter. So, which I think shouldn't be, but it is part of the charter.
Ms. Jeannie Moran said the only difference between the try and triumph is the oomph. You just got to get your oomph on. I listen. I already see how this is gonna go. You know what? I believe that the community is really gonna take care of you, boy. You in a really sweet spot, because I ain't never seen nothing like how, like they're looking for us to step up. You have the support of people like White, Mr. White. He's the one that said, hey, you should run. And, you know, Mr. White gets up there and talks about how he's a hardcore Republican. So I think Alexandria is past the bipartisan stuff. They're past the Democrat and Republican part. They're looking for people with new ideas. They're looking for new leadership. We can spend another 4 years doing the bidding and living under the Jim Villard, goddamn Chuck Fowler, goddamn Trey Gist, Jock Roy regime. Or we could try, like, it's not even trying something new. We could just go in a whole different direction. And it's like, why? How did we get here? I think we got here by not paying attention. And I'm not saying us personally, but I think we let other people drive Alexandria for us for a long time. And, you know, when you get a new driver, you get to change directions. And having another voice for our communities on the council as an at-large position, that would definitely speak volumes as to what that council is supposed to look like, right? Because majority of this city is Black. Majority of the city is Black. And to say that we just got a majority on the council is it's craziness to me. We just got them, and it's not even a good majority because we have 4. We don't have enough to override a veto. We don't have enough to like when it was time to stand on business. We saw that our counterparts on the council, they weren't ready to overturn. They weren't ready to overturn Jock Roy's veto when it came to the gerrymandering. All the Black communities knew it was gerrymandering. The council people, even Gary Clark knew that it was gerrymandering, right? But when it came down to Fowler, Villard, and Felter, it's like it didn't even matter to them.
And you know what? You're correct with that, Tavares. Another thing you guys look at, when you look at, we always tell you guys to look at the records, look at their voting records. If you look at Villard's record, Villard has tremendously, one behind the other, has voted against anything that goes into the Black community or anything that's going to better the city as a whole. So this is what happens, and he's been doing this forever, voting with, he's going to vote with Fowler, he's going to vote with Jock Roy, he's going to vote with Lee Rubin, Felter, anybody white, he's going to vote for. And my thing is, I don't understand the psyche of our Black people who keep putting him in there, because he's not just getting in there by the majority of white vote. He's getting in there with the Black vote too. And because of that, y'all keep getting the same thing over and over again. So you guys have to look at the record. And his record is not trying to improve Alexandria as a whole. He only goes by what he's told to do, because majority of the time that's what it is, whatever Jock wants them to do. he's one of those yes boys. He's gonna, vote for it. There's a lot of times that they know what's going on before any of the African American councilmen know, because they've already had secret meetings with Jock already. So they know whatever's coming on that agenda, whatever ordinance comes out, he automatically knows what he's going to vote yes or no to. He's never changed. Fowler is another one. Fowler does exact same thing when his time is up. We know what's going to happen with that. But he'll do the same thing. He does not vote against anything Jock Roy puts on that agenda. And we need change. Y'all need change. Y'all need somebody to question. Y'all need somebody who's going to say, hold up, this doesn't sound right. How can we fix this where it's going to benefit everybody? And that's where we need to be with whoever is running, other than, because someone else is going to come out the woodworks eventually. But whoever's going to run, they need to know how Ballard has been voting, and it has not been in the benefit of the city as a whole. It's always has been in the benefit of who looks like them. And we've got to come to a point where that has to stop. And I do believe that you could be that answer with the right tools and the resources and the right support. You could be that change.
I'm with you on that. Brother Greg, we're going to go into our next segment. Do you want to stick around or you want us to let you go? I want you to stick around because we're going to be covering a lot of bases over here.
I'll stick around.
Awesome. Great. Love it. All right. Guys, we got Brother Greg Scott on the panel with us tonight. So for those of y'all that might have questions for him, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind answering them. Y'all can drop them in the chat. We're giving you good information. You got to know the inside joke behind that. A lot of people don't. Not even the people on the panel. I'm going to go take a quick commercial break. I'm going to load up this next stage. We'll be right back on your favorite podcast, The Kelly Break Show. Out my glasses. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. I didn't hit the button right. Give me a second. Damn.
Look how many black children they found hanging down in Florida in the last 14 months. Talking about suicide by hanging. And then the investigation's been hurriedly covered up. Don't get all upset when we get payback now, because you know it's coming. And your great grandkids and your grandkids don't stand a fucking chance. Boy, y'all can forget that shit.
First off, that is not the clip I wanted. That is not the clip I wanted to play. However, I did want to bring attention to the tension that has been rising across the nation against people, our copper-colored people. And I did not want anybody to think that these folks have changed their ways. There's incidences in Miami. There's incidences in Michigan, Kentucky. There was in Virginia, Arkansas. It's unsettling, to say the least. And you would hope that at least we would have some reprieve given the history, right, of violence against us. And they don't, it's like they don't, it's like the rest of the world sees it, but this 21% of Americans that this American patriarchy is built off of is oblivious to it. And it's quite unfortunate because it just sucks. It does. I'm so frustrated with how America has been, how people are being treated in this country and how we continue to be treated in this country. It's disheartening. It is. And when you disenfranchise people at that level, you start to create this vacuum where people like this gentleman, and I'm not saying he's wrong for feeling how he feels, but we put one too many, and I know some of that is us too. I get that. You know, a lot of that is us. A lot of that is us doing it to us. Right? And I know that's the one thing that they're gonna hang their hat on. What about black on black crime? If I pulled out the statistics right now about white on white crime, nobody would bat an eye because it's not a real thing to them. It's not, they haven't made it a real thing. But it exists. It exists. And the sad part about it is it'll never get the attention that black on black crime gets. If black on black crime isn't a real thing, I'm gonna be honest with you. Crime is a matter of proximity. You know, nobody's gonna go across town to rob somebody. They're typically in situations, they're gonna rob people amongst their community. That's why crime is proximity wise. And crime is poverty driven. Because you do see rich people stealing, right? Like Trump, for instance. Trump is a rich person that is continually stealing. That's greed, right? But you don't hear anybody saying that he needs to be arrested. You don't hear any white people saying that Trump is up there committing white collar crimes. No, they're not, because white crime to them doesn't exist. Anything violent is considered black crime. But if I told y'all about these bestiality percentages, if I told y'all about these children touches percentages, if I told y'all about the suicide rates, if I told y'all like this is where they're pulling majority of the weight of the wagon of crime. These things, these horrible things. And I'm not saying no one sin is greater than the other. What I am saying is that It's disheartening. That's all I can. That's the only word I can come up with. It's just disheartening. It is, and it's frustrating, and it feels like no matter what happens, no matter where we are on the economic spectrum, no matter where we are, no matter how much progress we're making as a community together, there's always some type of contentious wait until it falls apart feeling. It's like we can never fully enjoy being in community. We can never fully enjoy being in harmony and in peace. And again, the only word I can come up with is disheartening. Even with the white allies that we do have, they can only feel the allyship part of it. They're not in the struggle. They're allies. And then I don't want those two things to get mixed up. There are white folks out there that are allies, but they aren't in the struggle. That's the part that we are. We are in the struggle. We are in the fight. And so when you talk about changing political views in a place like Alexandria, right, where we're being economically lynched, they're drowning us in poverty. You know, they're making our communities disappear. And that's the same thing they're doing to our Black bodies. It's no different. We're in the deepest part of the reddest part of the South, in the most politically corrupt parts of the South. And so we have to start thinking about how are we going to address these things going forward, because we're not leaving our kids this. And Malcolm said something really important, because my great-grandfather and his father were comrades in this fight, right? And so I don't want anything to happen to the future generations where they have to go back and refight the fights we done already fought, right? We shouldn't have to address what the effects of what Roosevelt Johnson did to us all those years, or the ineffectiveness of a Reddix Washington. And I don't know if these people are running. I'm just pointing out what they've done. You know, somebody said something earlier about Jeff Hall, and I'm bringing this back around local. I'm trying to bring it local. And somebody brought up, you know, I was on one of the posts earlier, and they said something to the effect of Malcolm being our first Black mayor. And of course, I knew a colored, I'm not going to call him a colored. I knew somebody was going to come along and tell me that Jeff Hall was the first Black mayor. And my response was, under no circumstances are we ever to say that Jeffrey W. Hall was the first Black mayor of Alexandria. That is an asterisk in the history books. That's not extreme. That's not a rewriting of history. He was Black on the outside. I guarantee you he was white on the inside. If he wasn't white on the inside, where's the progress that was made during his tenure? You know, and I'm not saying that you gotta reverse course on everything all of a sudden. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, man. So I know everybody is wondering, what kind of screenshots does this guy have? Well, listen. First off, cool your heels. We're going to get to it. All right, we're going to get to it now. Let me stop playing with y'all. Oh, wow. I just took a brief, wait, hold on. Hold on. I got to go see this for myself. I got to see this for myself. Mr. Leader, are you aware of this? What I'm talking about?
No, I am not aware of what you're talking about.
I got to double check. You know, I got to double and triple check my sources. Give me a second. Well, I don't know what post it was. I got no idea what post it was, folks. I'm trying to find the original post. Oh, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I'm reading through some of it. Now, listen. Hold on. Okay, so it's 9 hours ago. I don't know how to find it, folks. I know it's here. It's obviously here, right? I just don't know where. Oh, I found it. Okay, here we go. All right. So, this is the post. All right. Let me see. How can I arrange us right here? There we go. Nope, that's not good. Nope, that sucks even worse. There it goes. There we go.
What is the most gangster place in Louisiana? At the 15th spot is Plaquemine, Louisiana. At the 14th spot is Jennings, Louisiana. At the 13th spot is Tallulah, Louisiana. At the 12th spot is Ruston, Louisiana. At the 11th spot is Lake Charles, Louisiana. At the 10th spot is Hammond, Louisiana. At the 9th spot is Bogalusa, Louisiana. At the 8th spot is Shreveport, Louisiana. At the 7th spot is Bastrop, Louisiana. At the 6th spot is Baton Rouge, Louisiana. At the 5th spot is New Orleans, Louisiana. At the 4th spot is Opelousas, Louisiana. At the 3rd spot is Marksville, Louisiana. At the 2nd spot is Alexandria, Louisiana. Before we show number 1, hit like and follow for more lists. At the 1st spot is Monroe, Louisiana. What is the most gangster?
Yo, that is ill. Let me go read the post real quick.
At the 15th.
Let me go read the post real quick. So Tony Brown tagged literally everybody, right? Everybody. Right? Look at the list of this. Look at this. He tagged everybody. He says, hey, we at the top under the 15 years of non-economic development, ignoring the black community and his reign of despair under the Jock Roy regime. We are finally at the number 2 most gangster violent city of Louisiana. Yet we pay $350,000 a year to Safe Street staff who sit on their ass and get paid to do nothing. man, the No Negroes got it made under the new dictator. I guess now we can celebrate the Alexandria Gangster Fete. Please add it to the 4 we already have. Fed up with the fetes, please share. Now, out of 81 people that was tagged, right? Some people understood the, what is the word, mother? They understood the message. They got what they picked up what Tony was.
They understood the assignment.
They understood the assignment of, hey, you know, I get what he's saying, right? Tony Royce says, dang, this shit is everywhere. Lake Charles, Alexandria, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Shreveport. It's in the words of the famous poet R.K., can't we all just get along? Bring all the knowledge and wisdom you brothers have to the table, stop, or get off the keyboard and hit the dojo. Put on the safety kicks and work out. I'm just saying, I don't know what that means. This is sad and we have to do better. C. Ray Lewis says, don't tag me in this foolishness. And oh my, why did that start a whole back and forth between Cray Lewis and Tony Brown? So Tony says, don't kill the messenger, just unfriend me. I don't handle this, my staffer does. You will not be missed, respectfully. Sheesh, with the heat. He says, you went out of your way to tag me in this. No. I can assure you, as somebody that implicitly shares my content across several platforms, I share it to everybody if possible, because the whole point is to get eyes on the content. So to think that you were singled out is ridiculous. Ridiculous. He says, we tagged 300 plus people. We did not single you out. I have told you what I know, but I can't make you understand it. If I notice how you are moving now, other people do as well. So do yourself a favor and get off my page and unfriend me. Respectfully, again. Now, you would think that the conversation would end there. Miss Alita, wouldn't you end the conversation there?
Yeah, I would. Exactly.
No. You don't know how I'm moving, because if you did, you wouldn't be spreading lies and untruth. Plus, you don't even know me to know what I do or how I move. But you will be hearing from me soon. Okay. Whatever, nigga. Listen, whatever. What are you in social media? Like, what are you like? You're gonna send a cease and desist? What you gonna do? Block me from tagging you? Please do. I'm asking you. Like, what is up with these folks?
Just go ahead and read the next comment.
You read it.
Okay, it says by Tony Brown. C. Ray Lewis, I can't wait. When they come, I'll be waiting. We will do an entire week-long series on the spooks under the table. Wow. Waiting for the scraps from the master like a mangy dog.
Oh,
no.
Oh, no.
Wow. No, he didn't.
Hold on. I got to hit this button. I messed up. Oh, no, I got it right.
You did it right. Wow.
All right. Here we go. You be Tony, and I'll be Cray Lewis.
Okay. So he says, by law, you're supposed to wait 2 years to take city money after resigning. You have done a 360 and now pro Jock Roy. I told you I've seen this before. If I were you, it's best to lay low before someone calls Baton Rouge to the ethics board. What?
Damn.
With me, the mission is more important than filthy lucre. Just saying, it's best you try not to engage me respectfully.
God, yeah. He said, I see you still speak on things you have no clue about, spreading misinformation out lies. Okay, I'll make sure my attorney take a look at this post. Have facts when you speak on me. It's about to be eyes open with Curtis Lewis because I'm a sue for every single thing you have, which isn't much with your failed station.
Ooh. Okay, hold up. Stop. Okay. I thought you were smart. Please, I welcome you wasting your time. This is a joke, right? You decided to accept Gator position, putting yourself in the realm of an appointed official of your own choice. Now you want to lob idle threats that will amount to nothing. The legal thresholds for liable as public official is very high. I welcome it. Ask your friend Jacques Roy if he can't win. How do you expect to? Now you have gone down a rabbit hole, and as nice as I can say it again, brother Lewis, unfriend me. Stay off my page and keep taking that money. You only have until November before the Jacques Roy regime hogs stopping at the trough. Good luck with your lawsuit. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, you're still Tony.
Oh, okay. I'm still Tony. Okay. Failed station? Really? Now you're reacting.
Now you're reaching.
Now you're reaching. Okay. Shut up. I'll put my bank accounts against yours any day. You still a slave working for the man. Let's meet in person so we can discuss this like men. In fact, as I told you before, come on my show and explain how you fought Jacques Roy for years. Now he's your friend and you're pushing his agenda on social media even. How some Negro sleep is beyond me. Enjoy your day, turncoat. Dog, you have been promised something. We all know it. It's sad when I see good men turn away from the mirror, forget who they are, and make a deal with the devil. Turn back now before it's everlasting too late.
God damn.
Wow. Woo.
Damn.
Miss Bell said in the words of Florida Evans, damn. Wow.
What?
Wow. Now, wait.
Before we go there, should we do some investigation to figure out what he's talking about?
Sure, if you need to. You know we do.
All right.
Should we care?
I'm not saying we should care, but what I am saying is if we got a turncoat amongst us, oh, he is. No, say it ain't so. Oh, damn, son.
Wait a minute. What happened? Hold up. Let me see.
No, it's the page. I clicked on the link and it's his page. And the first thing that pops up is to reignite.
But you got now. Remember, he said he's an ambassador, volunteer ambassador.
Yeah,
remember
whatever.
That's what he said.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
He did not say that he worked for Jacques for the administration.
Well, he's out here answering frequently asked questions.
Because he's an ambassador. Look up what the word ambassador means.
I don't want to.
Okay. That doesn't mean that he's being paid. He's probably getting perks, but he's not being paid according to him.
All right. Okay. Well, listen, I'm not going to go down this man's timeline, but listen, folks. Listen. Listen. I don't even want you to listen. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah. You keep telling me you want me to listen.
He said that, which isn't much with your failed station. You want to talk about a Negro, a hating ass Negro. That's a hating ass Negro.
Is that really what he is?
That's a handkerchief head. Hold on, because I don't want to lose people with that terminology. I don't want to lose people with that terminology. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Look at the handkerchief. Oh.
You want to go?
Handkerchief head Negro. All right. A handkerchief head Negro, often abbreviated as a hanky head. A what? A hanky head? No. It's a real thing. I didn't know that. I had no idea. All right. A handkerchief head, often abbreviated as a hanky head, is a derogatory racial slur. Oh, damn, my bad. And stereotype historically used to describe a black person who is perceived as overly deferential, subservient, or eager to please white people. The term stems from the African American experience, particularly originating from post-slavery and Jim Crow eras. It refers to the head wraps or handkerchiefs worn by enslaved and working class black women. Over time, these traditional coverings were weaponized into a stereotype. The handkerchief head stereotype was used alongside terms like Uncle Tom to describe a black person who conforms to white supremacist standards or betrays the collective interest of their own community in exchange for white favor. Well, damn. A hanky head. Boy, that is cold work right there. A subservient role-playing white stereotyped black person. It's like a black person that does blackface. Basically, what it sums up to me, what it sounds like.
Say that again.
It's a black person that does blackface.
Ooh.
Shit.
Wow.
Woo.
That's interesting.
That's deep. That's deep. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, there's people that are going to say, well, you know, we got to get inside the system in order to change the system. We can't change the system from the outside.
Okay.
Right? And they'll use that as an excuse to do the things that they do.
Okay.
But the part that they never want us to pay attention to is the profit that they're turning all the way up to the top while they're trying to infiltrate the system. They're doing a lot of self-serving things while trying to. It's not for the people. It's for themselves. They're not actually infiltrating the system to change the system. They're infiltrating the system to become a part of the system. Because once you get welcomed in, there's really no reason that you should have a problem with it. It's benefiting you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where, you know, Brother Cray, and listen, we're not the first ones to have a problem with Brother Cray. Tony Brown is the first one to have a problem with Brother Cray. You know, it's a lot of ego. Mr. Battles said, what did I miss? Miss Battles, what you missed was a very spirited back and forth between Tony Brown and Cray Lewis. And Cray Lewis said a few less than honorable things. You know, Cray Lewis has a lot more vitriol for the black community than he does the white community. And that's probably one of the things that people are starting to notice, right? It's almost like if you don't go along with the program, or if you're not a part of his program, or if you're not a part of the Support Jock Roy Reignite bullshit program, then you're just somebody that doesn't know enough to have the conversation. Or, you know, these people have a certain way of looking down on others. And this ain't even the first time, because I remember, damn, I hate to bring this up. I remember when we were when we first came with the Central Louisiana Urban Businesses, when that was a fresh thing. Me, Mama Nat, and the people involved back then, when we first came up with it and registered it as a business, and we're moving and setting up and organizing and everything, we were having a conversation again on social media, and Cray Lewis inserted himself, and he was talking about how everybody doesn't need to be business owners. Some people need to be workers. And then he went on to call us, he called, I don't know if he was directing that at us, but he referred to people as peasants. And mind you, this is like 2017, 18. So it's not like this is some fresh, you know, it's not like this recent change is anything that we didn't see or haven't seen before from him. We've seen it before. And so when you have people that are calling other Black people peasants, or disencouraging other Black people to be business owners, while saying that you're a business owner, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? It just shows a little hanky head. That's all. Just a little bit. I got what I got. You know, I came up the way I came up. You know, I use the system the way I use the system, but everybody shouldn't use the system that way. Oh, y'all didn't work as hard as I did to come up, so y'all shouldn't have what I got. Nobody wants what you got. Go ahead.
No, I think he's really a waste of our conversation. He's gonna do what he's doing. He has a reason why he's doing it. It's more behind the scenes that's going on. You know, he always find a Black martyr. He always does. Jock does not go into these type of situations without having a Black person that he can use. And when he gets done with him, like he did Roosevelt, like he did all the rest of them that jumped on his bandwagon, he'll get tired of him and throw him away too. Okay? He'll get tired of him and throw him away too. I don't know why I think mainly some of us have to have some certain type of validation and acceptance. And I don't get it, why we seem to want to be accepted by the very people who do not like us, do not have one inkling, no spirit in their heart to really like us. I don't understand why we always be the ones to run to that side. I don't know what that is. To me, that sounds like a self-esteem issue. That's what it sounds like to me. A self-esteem issue, a validation issue. And they got to deal with it on their own. We can put attention to him all day long, but it's not going to change the fact that now that he's loyal to him, it just takes a matter of time. He's proven it every time. Look what he did with Roosevelt. Look what he did with Reagan. Listen, I mean, to me, listen. This is what I look at like, okay, so it's a group of girls, right? And one girl had dated this one guy, right? And this guy had dogged her out, and she told her friends how he dogged her out real bad, right? And once they broke up, one of her girlfriends that she sat around and talked about him to started dating him. That's what that is. Proof that he's done her wrong. Sat there, and before you know it, she's dating him. That's the same thing. Now you know he's not any good. I done told you he's not any good. But you turn around and date him. That's the
They gotta
same
see
thing
for
with Jock.
themselves.
Huh?
They got to see for themselves.
Yeah, well, I got you. But I'm just saying that's the scenario that went to my head when we just started talking about this. And you're not going to change it. He's going to get burnt because that's what happens majority of the time. And when Jock is finished with him, when Jock does not get back in that office, guess how quickly Reignite going to get quiet. And see, when you don't have the push you need for Reunite, I don't need an ambassador anymore. I need an ambassador. I don't have the project anymore because I'm quite sure I'm not going to say what Malcolm's going to do. Hopefully he moves forward and do something different with that $992 million. That's what I hope. That's just me. If he even pursues it. Exactly. Same script, different cast. We all got it. You said you want to try him for yourself. Most likely that's what you're going to do next. I'm going to try him for myself.
Pause.
I'm just saying that's what I'm not saying it in that way, but that's what it is. You nothing changes. That's the point. That's why we need new leadership, because nothing changes. And he'll get another group of Black folks that's going to be supporting him. And before you know it, when he get tired of them, look how he did Cynthia. He was so disrespectful to Cynthia after she voted for Johnny Downs to get that $11 million. So
he told her to her face, it ain't flooding in your neighborhood. I don't give a damn what kind of video footage you got.
There you go. That's how he talked to his city council people that make decisions, that has to vote on things that he bring in front of them. That's why I said it's the same thing, different day. Same thing, different day. Same boy, different girl. Point blank.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a message. I think his name is H.K. Edgerton. And I want to deliver this message to you guys personally, because I want you guys to understand why I stand behind the Confederacy.
Sidney Johnson would die for me at Shiloh, as with thousands of others whose graves are marked Sine, Nominee, without a name unknown. I, the Southern Cross, I am their flag. Men ate rats and mule meat to keep me flying over Vicksburg. I know the thrill of victory, the misery of defeat, the bloody cost of both. I, the Southern Cross, I am their flag.
Come on, you guys. Come on, you guys. This got nothing to do with Cynthia. This has nothing to do with Reddix. But I'll play it again.
Sidney Johnson would die for me at Shiloh, as with thousands of others whose graves are marked Sine, Nominee, without a name unknown. I, the Southern Cross, I am their flag. Men ate rats and mule meat to keep me flying over Vicksburg. I know the thrill of victory, the misery of defeat, the bloody cost of both. I, the Southern Cross, I am their flag. Sidney Johnson.
He says he is what they were fighting for. And technically, he's correct. They were fighting to keep niggas on the field. They weren't. You are. He's correct. Damn. He got dressed up and did that, folks. And he meant every word of it. That's the scariest part of it. Damn. Sine, nominate. No names. Like, no, bro, don't. Jesus. And, you know, we did have Black people fighting for the Confederacy. I get that part. But why? And listen, this ties back into the reason why I segued into the Tony Brown conversation, because Am I saying that Jock Roy represents the Confederacy? No. 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 What I am saying is Jock Roy does enslave y'all with them bills. You are working. Sometimes those utility bills are damn near half your rent. So you're technically working and slaving to pay these utility bills, which he keeps lying to you and telling you that they have the lowest rates in the state. It's not true. We've proven it. Miss Alita went and got her bill. And what was the difference between the how much how much it costs per hour, per kilowatt hour?
Our kilowatt per hour is 11 cents. And I think the city of Alexandria was 14. So it's a 3 cents difference. And I think Lake Charles is even cheaper. Their kilowatt hour is a little bit cheaper too, I think. It may be lighter, it may be darker.
I know where he's going with that.
You wrong.
I know where he's going with that.
You wrong.
Damn Reddix, boy, that damn Reddix, he had some quotables. And you know what made it so bad? Is that the stuff he was saying was so quotable, but it was not planned. It was his natural response to questions he was being asked. And I can't make this shit up. I can't. It might be a little bit darker, but it's always gonna be black. Now, I ain't no fool now. I know. Oh man. I listen, I got some on Cash App for anybody that can find me that clip. I have it. I just don't want to go looking for it. But if you can find me that clip before the next show, I will Cash App you something. I don't know what, but I'm gonna Cash App somebody something. A dime. No, you can't. It's got to be more than $1.
Okay, so $2.
It might be $3. Why you hating? Somebody might do it for free because they just want to see. They just want to see that on the big screen one more time. I ain't no fool now. I know. And sometimes I might not like you, and sometimes you might not like me, but we got to work together if that's the future we want to see. And I was like, man, you didn't even say nothing. You said nothing. Absolutely. Everything you said added up to 0. So I don't know, folks. Oh boy. What are they saying about this guy? What are they saying about this guy in the chat? But yeah, you got people that are fighting to keep your oppressor in place. Then you got people fighting to overthrow the oppressor and to lighten the burden of oppression or to alleviate it or remove it all the way together. And you got people like this guy
would die for me at Shiloh, as with thousands of others whose graves are marked Sine, nominee, without a name unknown. I, the Southern Cross, I am their flag. Men ate rats and mule meat to keep me blind over Vicksburg. I know the thrill of victory, the misery of defeat, the bloody cost of both. I, the Southern Cross, I am their flag.
No, you guys got to understand. You got to understand. See, the real brutality of this message that was brought to you. Oh, he said he calling in now. The real brutality of this message that was brought to you by this guy. I'm going to take the comments off for a second, and I want to show y'all, right? True American heroes, black men that fought for the South. It's about heritage, not hate. I'll give you half credit today. It's about heritage, not back then. My family's originally from the South, there's enough stories to go around. All right. The only black regiment in the CSA turned the moment they were told to actually fight. And then Save Southern Heritage says there weren't black regiments. The Southern Army was integrated. Hell no. No, it wasn't. Oh, man. Listen, and the approval ratings of people that are black that are like him, I miss him so much. And look at the reactions. Look at this. I miss him so much. Wow. Rest in peace, Mr. HK. He went to Confederate heaven. The fuck?
They believe that there are other heavens. They don't believe it's one heaven.
Wait, do they think that heaven's integrated?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Uh-huh. Yeah. They do.
Yeah, Nat's calling in. I don't know where he's supposed to be at.
Okay, let me see.
He said that's what this guy reminds me of. I could never. Oh, wait.
There he goes. Hey, Nat.
While we wait on Nat.
Nat is already here.
Okay, hold on. I got one more thing.
Crackers then transfer from one conveyor to another and land in neat stacks. So it's a smooth transition as the crackers move into lanes. The peanut butter filling is ready and kept warm, so it's smooth and creamy enough to pump. The top crackers now head downward in a precise configuration, while below, the bottom crackers whiz by the peanut butter depositor. It pumps a dollop of peanut butter onto each bottom cracker.
Very fine people. Brother Nat, welcome to the show.
Hey, Tavar, what's going on? Hello, Mr. Leader.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Emma. I'm all right. Tavares, I put something in the group. Can y'all hear me clearly?
I can hear you.
Tavares, I inboxed
another and land. Crackers then.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to cut it off. You said you put something in the group?
I put something in the group. And this is why we do what we do. Don't mention the person's name.
Okay. I will read it. I won't put it on the screen, but I will say, it says, okay, I will, but just an FYI, I have never lived in Alexandria. My concerns come from working over there in those unsafe environments that have been allowed to fester within those trap motels on MacArthur. Also, it took someone to get attacked by a homeless person, but it's been happening on MacArthur Drive and nobody's been doing anything. I can't. Yeah, okay, I got you. All right. Damn.
But you see what she said at the end?
Yeah.
What did she say at the end, Tavar?
She said, I can't speak, so I need you to be my voice.
That's why we do what we do. That's why we do what we do. I can't speak, but can you be my voice?
Wow.
That's why I don't care. Okay.
So when people say, what are y'all doing?
That's funny.
We doing what a whole lot of people can't do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We have a lot of lateral and vertical freedom with what we want to say. And when we utilize that correctly, then it affects change. It does.
Yeah. And more people are picking up on it. But like, once again, we the dirty Playboy book that's hidden under daddy or toolbox, and we don't want nobody to know we got it. You know, we like looking at the pictures.
And
but boy, we don't want nobody to know we're doing it.
What you say? You said with a blank DVD in your daddy closet?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. It ain't got no markings on it, so you don't know what's on that DVD.
Oh my God.
I don't mind it. I don't mind. Listen, now you know, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all because it's so much freedom in what we do that it's like if we give people the right information, if we're giving them the right information, there is no negative side effect.
Yeah.
And some people turn what we're doing into something negative, but you're going to have a hard time convincing the people that did not have a voice that what we're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
Those people matter. They do.
Yeah.
And that's why
they matter.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they matter, and they don't have enough people to speak up for them.
Mm-hmm.
Without causing mayhem and malice.
Right.
You see, you know, because they know when we get to speaking, it's going to be facts. Because you're not going to see me out there on the wild duck chase. That ain't going to happen. No. We're going to have everything factual, and then we're going to fight the fight. But see, they don't want crime numbers to go up, so that's why they don't report nothing. The police do. So all that stuff going on in MacArthur, they don't want to really report it. They don't want to do nothing about it because then they got to report it.
Yep.
You see. So
wow.
it people must yeah. That must call. It's a big thing when somebody say be my voice.
Mm-hmm.
What? I'm a high school dropout. You want me to be your voice?
Okay,
you know, your education ain't got nothing to do with it.
You need to stop telling people that.
What?
You want to talk about high school dropouts? You talk about Reddicks. Well, you don't put yourself in that category.
And you want me to be your voice? We in trouble. You know, but it's an honor to do that though. It's a privilege for somebody to ask you to be their voice.
Yeah.
So okay, so
they're not gonna ask anybody to do it.
So explain to me. So the person who contacted you said that this kind of stuff is going on right now as we speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So what are they doing with the bodies?
Well, nobody's.
They might not be killing.
Oh, you saying they're attacked?
Yeah.
They're attacked.
Yeah, they're being attacked.
Wow.
You see, and nobody's talking about it, but it's happening. Well, you know what I got to go do? I'm going to have to go and do me a live and sit up there and watch Mackin' Food and then record it and call the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stupid. Watch Mackin' Food and call the police.
Yeah, call police.
You got to go sit over there at you know where to sit at. I ain't even finna open that up. But you know where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta go
see some people got some places
hours and watch traffic and see it for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And
well, hold on.
People have to understand.
If you don't know that some of those hotels are being ran by the raid unit and by the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office, then you don't know nothing. They know about the crime over there.
They know about it. Exactly. And let them operate over there until they think they made enough money. Yeah. You see, so this is a bunch of malarkey, and for this, here's what our people got to understand. Trump had a slogan. He said, "Well, what do you got to lose?"
Yeah.
And that's what the people in Alexandria should be using now. You're already beat down. What you got to lose by standing up? What you got to lose? They say they finna put the Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. So what? You get paid $7.25 an hour. You might not even see a $20 bill at your job. What you got to lose?
Oh no, they changed that. Yeah, they dumped that as soon as they said it, they dumped it.
No, I think that they showed it earlier. But here's the thing: what do they have to lose? What do you standing up for yourself? What do you have to lose? Because you know what? People so scared and they so tired to Jock Roy, or they don't want to. They want to do this church thing. Everything should be decent and in order. Well, damn it, when they turn your lights off, is it decent and in order?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in order.
When that brown water comes to your pipes, is it decent and in order? So don't tell me a damn thing about being decent and in order when they steady treat you like you're in a third world country.
Mm-hmm.
But you just sit alone and wait on God to fix it and see what happens. Wait on God to fix it and see what happens. Keep praying without doing nothing and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You always go get what you get, the least of. And then when somebody fighting, the first thing they're going to say is, I don't even know why they acting like that. They wrong for that. We fighting for you. I don't know why. Listen, I can go in the lake and my water is cleaner in the lake than it is coming through your pipes in your house.
Damn.
And you say, what are we fighting for? They know they ain't got to be no acting like that. They need to let God fight their battles. Look, God said, I'm tired. I can't keep on fighting for you niggas. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Well, God knows all. Well, yeah, God knows you need to stand up for yourself. You see, they want. Listen, I'm not against church. I'm just against people sitting idle on their ass and waiting on somebody else to fix their battle, fight their battle.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. God ain't drinking no brown water. God ain't getting his lights cut off. You drinking brown water. You getting your lights cut off. You ducking bullets at nighttime. You gotta hide in the bathtub to make sure your kids don't get hit at nighttime. God ain't doing none of that. So if you going through that down here, maybe you need to fight while you still here. And when you get to heaven, you and God can hash that out later on. I'm gonna be quiet tomorrow. Go on, man.
Jeez, talking about, I'm done. Y'all go ahead on now.
You sound like an old man.
Now, Miss Gabwan, I can't say her name. She has a message.
Can you print out a petition form and sign it in the comfort of your own home? Yes. Can you sign the petition form if you're not a registered voter? No. Can you print out a petition form and sign it in the comfort of your own home? Yes. Should you sign a recall packet by yourself without a witness present? No. Can you print out the petition and fill it out in the comfort of your own home? Yes. Can you sign the petition digitally? No. Should you go on the internet and print out any petition form, fill it out, and send it to us? No. Should you sign up for the Letter Brigade and get the digital packet or the physical packet sent by us so you can know exactly how to do it and have the correct forms? Yes. Yes.
They making moves. In spite of what you might have been hearing and seeing on the socials, it was something that we talked about. That we had a conversation today. I'm not going to share the conversation, but it was something to the effect of even when we're fractured and splintered as Black folks, when some outside thing threatens us as Black folks, we tend to galvanize and come together under those circumstances. Now, not voluntarily. It takes a month. It takes somebody trying to do us something for us to come together, is what I'm saying. So the fact that
Oh, go ahead. I feel sorry for the young lady. You know why? Where the Black Caucus at?
Oh no, they've already exposed the Black Caucus. So they were trying to get into some type of event that the Democrat Black Caucus was holding in Baton Rouge, and they gave them people to run around. They wouldn't give them tickets, et cetera, et cetera. And again, I kind of feel for the lady, like you said, because she's essentially doing the same thing that we've been doing.
Exactly.
You would think that it would be people on our side naturally, but nope.
What the NAACP at? What are these major black organizations that say, baby, we got your back? If you need a building, we'll rent a building for you, baby. What are them people at? Hello, I can't. My phone broke up. Hello?
Listen. You're asking I'm not a member. You got to ask Miss Salita. She's a member.
Well, yeah, Miss Salita. What Jack Hinton at? Tell Jack Hinton to go and help that young lady.
Excuse me. I have definitely given back I have not renewed my name with them, my subscription with the NAACP. I am so disheartened, and I'm not talking about all NAACP organizations. I have a couple of friends who are over some of them, but I am not totally. I'm so over these black organizations, that they're black looking organizations. I'm so over the fake performances that takes place down in Baton Rouge or wherever. I am so over it. I'm being honest with you guys. I am so over it.
They're gonna
the radicalness, the radicalness, the troublemaking. You talk about good trouble. These people don't know nothing about no good trouble. Okay, when Representative Lewis said that, they don't understand what good trouble is. They have no idea. They don't know what good trouble is. Good trouble is not siding with the enemy and the oppressor.
Good trouble is not reignite.
It's not reignite. Good trouble is not sitting by and watching this young lady create this movement and do it by herself.
But wait a minute. What Black Lives Matter is? Do Black Lives only matter when somebody get killed? Because we're getting treated like dogs in Louisiana now. So Black Lives Matter ain't around now?
No, Black Lives Matter was co-opted by the same people that it was co-opted. I'll say that. Wait a minute.
Well, answer this question. Who is being offended by the rules that they are making in Louisiana? Black people. So if black people are being negatively offended, negatively offended by the stuff that's going on in Louisiana, that is a black life. So black lives should be here fighting. But I guess it ain't on TV, so the black lives really don't matter. You can't tell me no bullshit like that. The only time black lives matter is when you get on TV or some young black boy dead in the street and you think you're going to get some money out of it. So black lives don't matter in Louisiana no more. Oh, we're not saying that. We just don't get in political. It's still black lives.
No, Black Lives was never BLM was never in Louisiana. I don't think. I got to be honest, man. I don't think they was ever in Louisiana. If they were, I've never seen them. They got other organizations that are well more established than BLM that could have been stepped up. But I don't think that has a big strong. They don't have a big strong platform in Louisiana.
But so they only go with trouble at the end. That's what it seems like. Where did it start at?
Well,
because you remember, the so-called Black Lives Matter had a parade in Alexandria. Come on now, tell me I'm lying, because Steve Chalk, come on.
No, that's no. You're talking about, man, listen.
Yeah.
Listen, if you went to that parade and called yourself being a part of a movement about black lives, that was the most sanitized whitewashed version of a protest rally that you could ever think of. And I'm not saying nothing bad about our white counterparts, because I did talk about the white allies earlier, but they are not in the struggle. The protest is the protesting is the language of the unheard, right? So these people are being heard. These people don't have that problem of being ignored in public. That was not no BLM protest. I hate they even put them two things together. That was something that was hijacked. They hijacked that and they took it from real niggas. Excuse my language. And they reorganized it, and then they made it to what it is. That was because we had the chief of police back then was the one that took that, and he made it sanitized. Man, let me tell you something. We done been in some shit. We done been in some real live thousands of people. You can't move shit before. That wasn't it. That wasn't it.
But guess what? Even the national Black Lives people they not even here. Black Lives Matter people not here. So I'm wondering, when do they ever show up? Do they only show up when somebody's dead? I'm starting to get confused now.
I think they're obsolete, to be quite honest with you. I think they're obsolete.
Okay.
I think once they got infiltrated, and once they whitewashed BLM, it was no longer what Black Lives Matter it wasn't designed for what they made it into. It was designed to oppression and police abuse. But what they turned it into was something else completely different.
Because what I'm saying is, I don't want my life, Black life to matter when I'm dead on the ground. How about making my Black life matter when I'm alive? Hey, I'm just saying. But hey, I understand. But I feel sorry for the young lady. Not feel sorry for her, but they're gonna hang her out to dry. And as soon as something happens, I don't know why she did that on anyway. She knew better than that. She knew she couldn't take on them people. Yeah, she wrong for that. She knew them white folks go do something. And that's what the black folks sit around and do. That's exactly what they'll do. They won't help the girl. But I mean, she's doing a damn good job. She's doing a damn good job.
She got a lot of help. I ain't gonna front. She got a lot of help.
Yeah.
You know that the Secretary of State had to recognize what she was saying is real. That clip I just played, you can definitely mail in your signature for the recall. So the Secretary of State had to yeah, that's right, you can. Because guess who wasn't gonna tell people that? The Secretary of State.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do nothing in because postmasters, he might go ahead, don't send that. Everybody crooked now.
Everybody crooked.
Everybody crooked.
Everybody on the payroll. What else I got? Okay, I told y'all, I promised y'all some Carmelo stuff, so it's not gonna be a lot because I'm trying to give it to you in stages. Oh, hold on, wait a minute.
Hold up just a second. So Nat, you said something that really makes a lot of sense. And this is why I had this conversation earlier, and this is why I start to kind of look at things differently. What I notice about us with each other is we use each other as much as we can use each other. And then when we finish using each other, we'll turn coat on each other. And then we want to come back around and pretend like they didn't do anything. See, you're supposed to have a short-term memory on them, but they don't have a short-term memory on you. So if I helped you do something, right, and you turned around, I've helped you do something, and it was profound, and it moved stuff, and you turn around and stab me in the back. I was good during the time I was working with you and making things happen. But when you thought that the grass was greener and you were going to get more likes on the other side, you abandoned me. That's what we do to each other. When I've noticed that's what the city of Alexandria, our Black folks, not all of y'all, I'm not putting y'all all in the same bucket, but a lot of y'all who have the power to change things prefer to sit on the sidelines. Now, as long as you're shining and you have people that helped you shine, you're good, right? But when your shine is over, you forget who helped you shine. And that's why a lot of times stuff that needs to happen and issues need to be addressed in Alexandria, they don't get addressed in the Black community because we are so quick to use each other and then turn around and stab each other in the back. I don't know why we do it to each other. I do not understand why we do that, but that's what I have experienced being here in Alexandria in a lot of instances. And I've seen it happen to other people, good people, who've done the work and then get stabbed in the back because those people thought that the grass was greener on the other side. We've got to fix that. We've got to fix that. You smile and laugh in our faces and, oh yeah, I'm there for you. I'll do that for you. And when it comes down to it, you done already went to the other side. You even helped the other side to rise up and didn't think nobody paid attention to it. That's why I'm very observant about people who I'm around and who come around me. Because if I know you from something else you've done and I've watched you, I'm going to handle you totally different once I find out about who you are and how you move. I don't, those type of people, I'm not perfect, far from perfect, but those type of people bring in bad energy. And when I see that you don't have a problem with turning your coat against something we've been doing, and all of a sudden now, you know, I have issues with that. I have real, and I wish we would stop doing that to each other. If you're not going to work with me, just don't work with me. Move on. But don't work with me and then turn around and stab me in the back or take over something I'm trying to do. Like you get behind the closed doors and sneakily through other people, you done took over. I don't work on, I'm not too good with that. I don't work very well in them circles. I'll let you have it. I'll walk away. And you don't even have to worry about me ever saying anything else to you because I'm that type of person. I don't have to talk to people. No, not like that. I don't. So, we do that notoriously. We do that to each other behind each other. It happens all the time. We do it to our friends. We do it to our colleagues. We do it to our church members. We do it to each other all the time. Stab each other in the back, smiling in the face, but stab each, and don't have no problem with doing it, and don't have no type of empathy toward the impact it does on the friendship or the relationship. Don't care, because they were about themselves from the get-go. That's a selfish person. So those type of people, I'm just saying, that's what we do. I've noticed that about us. We do stuff undercover and don't think nobody's paying attention. But believe me, they're watching. I know I watch people. That's why I watch people who I'm around and who I deal with. That's why my circle is small. Because I don't like people like that. Because I don't like seeing other people being hurt by something someone else did that they at one time was good friends with. I don't like that kind of move. Just be up and honest. If you're not going to do it, just be up and honest and say you're not going to do it. But don't play the role behind the scene, doing it behind the scene, you know, undercover. And before you know it, you standing out with the sunshine on you. You done took the spotlight off of somebody else that you were working with to help them get the spotlight. I'm just saying. That's just me. All right. I'm put that away. But I want y'all to peep that. Unless you one of them type of people that do that. I don't know. But once you do your thing, I'm out. You can have it. And I mean, I don't lose sleep over it at all.
Are you done pontificating?
Shut up. We should say exactly. And that's why white folks will always find one. You're right, sweetie. That is what I mean about notoriously known for being that way. Yep. Fall right into that trap every time.
All right. Well, I'm glad you got that off your chest. Moving on. All right. So boom. They have a website, right? For those of you that are interested, and we're going to be doing some things around this, right? We're going to be talking about the documents that are there, because this is about transparency, right? When the noise gets loud, we come back to the record. The truth is how we protect our people, our future, and each other. When Jock is X, Y, and Z in and trying to bloviate and get so far off the path of the truth, that's when you come back to the record of what it really was. And when you come back to the record, you know who's on your side. And that's what I'm saying. This whole Carmelo thing is way bigger than just this case. This is racism on trial. This is the system. We're looking at the system. They have a very detailed website that includes the documents that are being filed, includes the news reports, it includes all of the things, right? So when y'all get a chance, the name of the website is called standwithcarmelo.com. Standwithcarmelo.com. And y'all can go over there. They got contact information. I believe these links aren't live yet for the social medias yet, but it might be. Hold on. Oh, no, it's not live yet. Okay, it's not live yet. But I know that they're going to be live fairly soon. It's called the Stand with Carmelo Coalition. And I'm going to be able to kind of walk us through a lot of that. And so I'm really excited about being able to share that story with you, because it has consumed a lot of my life. Matter of fact, the person that had just called was a guest that I was supposed to have on. It slipped my mind. So she'll be on Tuesday. When you hear people talk about the video that only 39 people saw about the surveillance video about the incident that happened, she's one of the 39 that actually saw the original video, not the one that they showed in court, but the one that the Frisco Independent School District has. And she just called me, and I did slip my mind, but I'm trying to get us guests on that talk about the stuff that we want to talk about. That's why we had Brother Greg on tonight. We had Brother Malcolm on the night before. So I'm trying to make this a regular thing where we can pull in people that you guys may not know, or people that I can't wait to introduce you guys to. And hopefully we can start bridging the gap. We can start looking at these situations on a more broader scale than just isolating them to one case. Because the thing that they're talking about with Carmelo is that Carmelo everybody deserves a fair and public trial. Everybody. Everybody. And I know it happens in that Rapides Parish Courthouse. I know people's constitutional rights get violated by the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office. I know personally that they do. I know personally that they have. So it's not just about Carmelo. This is about what can we learn from this that we can use going forward. And I've learned a lot. I'm not going to lie. I've learned a lot. So I do want to say, by all means, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what we do here at this time. We wrap the show up. We go down the list of people that commented, and we say your names, and we thank you for joining us because you participated, and we appreciate you for being here. And we're trying to get it set up. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, you keep talking. We did good timing tonight.
So I want to say that I'll just play. All right, go ahead.
So we wanna thank Miss Battles, Miss Jackson, Miss Bell, Miss Latasha, Miss Colson, Miss Mims. Let's see. Mr. Turner, thank you. Miss Jacobs, thank you. Let's see. Mr. Scott, thank you for showing up, Mr. Scott. Thank you, Miss Jacobs. And let's see. You guys really commented tonight. Oh, Miss Lean. She said, I don't even believe NAACP has a chapter now. It doesn't, baby. It doesn't.
Jack Hinton had it shut down. Jack Hinton used the NAACP chapter to get into a deal with the Power Coalition. And the Power Coalition didn't know what Jack was doing. And what Jack did was he used the NAACP chapter to fleece people out of their money. And the only reason I can say that empirically is because I'm one of those people. All right? That's why you don't have an NAACP chapter. Because Jack Hinton shut it down. Do with that what you will. And y'all can still run over there to Urban Cast. You can still support him, but just know he's the reason why you don't have an NAACP. Is that the end of the list, man?
Yes, that's it.
I knew it was more people than that.
Yeah, it is. That's it.
Then why? How come we only got that many people commenting, but when I go look at the views, when we go off, it's 300 something people don't watch the show. Where the hell are they watching the show from? Who are these 300 people? Where are y'all?
They don't have to be on there. What makes you think they have to be on there? Do they have to be on there?
No, but I want them to come in and participate because I don't want you watching from the windows. I want you to actually watch I want you to be a part of the show. You 300.
What you want, and what you ain't gonna get is two different things, right? Right?
Hey, that sucks. That sucks. Okay. That sounds really selfish of them to keep their good company away from us.
Yeah.
We love you anyway, people. Whoever you are. All 600 of y'all. All 1,000 of y'all that watch this show on a regular basis. Y'all just don't know. We get crazy numbers. But like you wouldn't know it looking at the live. Like right now, it's 9 people in here. We've maintained these 9 people the whole show, which I'm glad for and I'm thankful. But when I click end show and I go to look at the views, it's 100, 200 people that watch the show.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
It's a great thing. But who are these 185 people?
Do you really need to know?
No, I don't. You're right.
Okay. So you can't force nobody to come in and watch the show on the show. You know you can't do that. That's not how it works.
Thank you, Ms. Velma. Thank you, Ms. Jeannie Moran. We love you too. Let's see who else. You know what? That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
So the next time you come on, you're gonna have you gonna have a guest on?
I'm gonna have another guest on. Matter of fact, I went on mute and called them and confirmed that they will be on with us Tuesday.
Okay.
So
cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a little something different, a little razzle dazzle. You know what I mean?
I got you.
You go get a chance. If you don't know about this case, when we do come back and talk about this case, if you went and did a little research, you can find out some of the stuff, and we can break down some of the things. And maybe one episode. Well, no, Tuesday City Council.
Yeah, Tuesday is City Council.
Well, we'll do half and half.
Yeah,
we'll have City Council, and then we'll break out into something else, because those shows are kind of draining. I ain't gonna lie. They kind of straight. And it's not draining. It's not draining in the sense of but just sitting there and being and having and breaking down each little element. We can break those down into small chunks, especially since the fact that we're trying to break down that much content inside one episode. No, we can break it up into chunks.
Well, I mean, we never finished the other one you did. You didn't finish
the
form.
We finished it.
No, you didn't finish the form.
The form, yeah, we can come back to that. That's not that form is something we could have did a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I want to wait to finish that form when we get closer to
election time.
Not election time, when we get closer to qualifications. Yeah, when we get closer to qualifications, that's only a couple weeks away.
I know.
Yeah, qualifications are, if you want to run, because we still need people to run against Gary Clark.
We do need to get somebody in there to run against him for sure.
Yeah, and Lizzie Felter, if you got somebody in District 4, we need somebody to run against her.
For sure.
Because I'm trying to tell y'all, I want a full ballot to give to the people by the time election day comes. And if we don't, that's okay. We'll just run with the ballot with the people that we got. We know Jamie Davis, we know Malcolm, and we know Brother Greg, right? And we're gonna bring them all back. We definitely gonna bring Greg and Brother Malcolm back as we get, once we get the qualifications and all this other stuff, and that way we can start really taking a look at some of these policies and some of these ideas, and we can really start getting into it. Because I can't wait. I see the change, folks. I see it's coming around the corner. It's right around the bend. Ugh.
No, I think we need to make sure that grant money is spent on housing. That's what I'm concerned about.
Well, I'm interested in housing now. Now that Malcolm's in the race, I'm interested in housing.
Now I'm interested in housing.
I want to do all the things. Can we build a mansion for one of these niggers?
Tavares, what did you just say?
I want to do something extraordinary.
No, you can't do that, sir.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a way to rehab a home and add 3 stories to it. That way we can fly a drone over it and take video footage of us putting it together.
In lying about it?
I'm like, how did y'all get the drones to come in right when they were tearing the building down?
Okay. No. It said, okay, you're ready to tear down the building. Go ahead with your drone. Exactly. That's exactly what took place.
Man.
And you know it.
Share this video out, you guys. Share it on YouTube. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. We have make sure, listen, we have the Can We Be Frank Show fan page. It's already got 700 something people in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, listen.
You've been working, boy. You've been really working.
I've been building.
You've been building.
I've been building and destroying at the same time.
Okay, I'm happy.
I'm trying to be balanced. I'm trying to be balanced. So yeah, make sure you follow the Can We Be Frank Show fan page on Facebook. Every episode will be posted there. Some of those video clips that I play here are posted there as well, so you can watch those in your own time outside the context of the show. You can go down your own rabbit hole. Because once you click on one of those videos and get to scrolling, Facebook algorithm takes over. So I'm here trying to infect your FYP. Trying to change your timeline if it's nothing but baddies fighting or whatever they got, Love Island or whatever the new hottest craze is. If you're tired of that, go to the Can We Be Frank Show fan page and click on any one of those reels and just, you know, click on the next reel and the next reel. You'll find something that's educational on there. So that's all I got tonight, folks.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys. And last time, what it was, okay, so here's the deal. I have to cut this music off, right? Because we have the outro music, that we have the whole video, but see what the system does, it doesn't let me come back and do anything while the outro is playing. So I had to cut that off, like I just did, so I could do this. Good night.